question 3. This one deals with a parabola and a straight line. Maybe I shouldn't have chosen one with so much scribbles on, but okay, let's see what we can do. So it says the graphs of fx is equal to x squared minus 4. So fx is the graph of the parabola. How do I know that? Because of the x squared. And gx is equal to negative x plus 2. That's the graph of the straight line because there's no exponent there. It's just x. Are sketched below. A and B are the x-intercepts. There, A and B are the x-intercepts of f. C and D are the y-intercepts of f and g respectively. So there, C and D is the y-intercepts. K is a point on G. Where's K? There's K is a point on G such that BK is parallel to the y-axis. F and G intersect at A and E. Write down the coordinates of C. So now when they say write down, they expect just the answer, or I expect just the answer. No? You don't need to show calculations when they say write down. Okay, so what is the coordinates of C? How do I find that? No? So that is the y-intercept. This constant value at the back tells me what the y-intercept is. Because remember, to find the y-intercept, we would let x equal 0, right? So if x is 0 over there, that basically just falls away and I'm just left with this constant. So the value there for C is C's coordinates is 0, negative 4. 3.2. Write down the coordinates of D. So same thing. I look at the constant over there in my equation. No? That will tell me where the y-intercept is. Because if I were to make x 0, that would fall away and I'm just left with a constant. So D's coordinates is 0, 2. I think most of you got that right anyway. Okay, 3.3. Determine the length of CD. So if this is negative 4 and this is positive 2, you don't say 4 minus 2. So from the origin to D, that would be 2 units. From the origin to there is 4 units. So 2 plus 4 gives me 6 units. Okay. Calculate the coordinates of B. And what is B? B is an x-intercept. How do we determine x-intercepts? We let y equal 0. So at B, we can say let y equal 0. So I look at the equation of fx. So that would be 0 is equal to x squared minus 4. So now there's two ways I could do this. I can factorize this. This is the difference of squares. Or I can take the negative 4 over, becomes positive 4, and then I square root it. But let us do the difference of squares. Factorize it. So it's x plus 2, x minus 2. So my two answers are going to be x is equal to negative 2 or x is equal to 2. But now they want the coordinates of B, and now I've got two answers. I've got negative 2 and 2. And because B is on the left hand side of the y-axis, this is going to be on the negative side. So my answer needs to be negative 2. So we can say therefore B is negative 2, 0. .5. Determine the coordinates of E, a point of intersection of F and G. Yeah? So E is over there, it's a point of intersection, meaning that the two graphs intersect at that point. So if they intersect at that point, it also means at that point the two graphs are equal to each other. So I can equate the two graphs to each other. So I can say at E, if x is equal to gx, no? So I can equate those two equations to each other. So I can say x squared minus 4 will be equal to negative x plus 2. And from there, I can solve for x. So I can bring everything over to the left, and then I will create a quadratic equation. So it's x squared, bring over the negative x, becomes positive x. If I've got negative 4 here, if that comes over, that's going to be negative 2, so that's going to be negative 6. Then I factorize, so it's negative there at the back, so my signs is going to be plus minus x and x. 3 and 2, 3 multiplied by 2 will give me the 6, and 3 minus 2 will also give me that positive 1, so that's going to be 3 and 2. Okay, then if I solve for x plus 3 is equal to 0, or x minus 2 is equal to 0, x will equal to negative 3, or x will equal to 2. Okay, so they want the coordinates of E again. E is on the left hand side of the y-axis, so the x coordinate will be negative, so the negative 3 is the x coordinate of E. Okay, so now we still need to find the y coordinate. So this negative 3, I can go back and substitute it either into fx or gx. No? Gx seems to be the easiest one, so I'm going to substitute into gx. So that's going to be y is equal to negative, and then the value of x is negative 3 plus 2. Double negative makes a positive, plus 2, that's equal to 5. So my coordinates of E is, x value is negative 3, y value is 5. Okay. Oh, this is a long video. Right, 3.6.1. So they ask us, where is fx less than gx? So if I look at my graph, where is fx less than gx? So basically, where is the parabola below the straight line? And it's this portion over here. From there, point E, this portion up to point A. That portion is below the straight line. So my answer is going to be x is greater than, so what's the x value there at E? We calculated that in the previous one. That's negative 3. And what is the x value of A? Is 2. So x will be everything greater. Let me just illustrate here. X will be everything greater than the negative 3 and everything less than 2. 3.7. Okay, I think we'll need a new page for 3.7. Calculate the length of AK. So from there to there, we need to calculate that length. Okay, so maybe let's start off 3.7. They also indicate to us that that forms a 90-degree angle. Né? So we can use the theorem of Pythagoras. So this length I already know, because this is negative 2 and that is 2. So that will make up 4 units. So we already know that AB is 4 units long. Okay. Now we need to determine the length of AK. Okay. Now we know what that x value is. So we know already what the x value of k is. We know that x value is, negative 2. No? Now we just need to figure out what that y value is over there. Okay, and how do we do that? we can go and substitute the negative 2 because k lies on the straight line. We can go and substitute that x value into the straight line equation. Okay, so at k, x is equal to negative 2. So we can go and substitute that now into the straight line equation. Let me first write the equation. So y is equal to negative times negative 2 plus 2. So that's going to give me the double negative again. Gives me positive 2 plus 2. So y is equal to 4. Yeah? So that means this length now is also 4. bk is also 4, let's say. Therefore, bk is equal to 4. Okay, so my triangle now, I know, looks something like this. So there's K, there's B, there's A. I know that AB is 4 units, BK is 4 units. That's a right angle. So now I need to calculate AK. And I can use the theorem of Pythagoras. So I can say AB squared plus BK squared is equal to AK squared. So 4 squared plus 4 squared is equal to AK squared. 4 squared is 16 plus 16 is equal to AK squared. That's 32. And then to get rid of the square, I can square root both sides. So that will leave me with square root of 32 is equal to AK. And I would have been happy if you left it in surd form. Now, you can also write it in decimal form. Okay.